What's going on, my good people? Welcome to the After Effects Showtimes College Football Final Week 4. I am your host, LeBron Stephen, but you can call me LBZ, L Boogie, Big Brown, B Ron, LB, Barani. The choice is yours. Again, welcome to Week 4. Let's just dive right in. You know how we do. First on the docket, 12 p.m. game, we had number 17 Texas Tech, number 16 Utah top 20 matchup. Really thought this was going to be a great game, but man, Texas Tech got the dub. It was a close game in the first half, but they started to pull away in the third and fourth quarter, man. Ended up winning 34-10. Utah is definitely a difficult stadium to play in, but Texas Tech came to play. Excuse me. Quarterback Will Hammond went 13 for 16, 169 yards, 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Baron Morton started off the game going 12 for 19, 142 yards, but got injured after a super scary hit and sustained an upper body injury, man. So shout out to Texas Tech still being able to go out there and get that win. Next game on the docket, we kind of had 2 3:30 games. We had number 22 Auburn at number 11 Oklahoma. Real quick, John Mateer. Shout out to John Mateer, man. He did his thing. 24 for 36, 271 yards, 1 touchdown. Oklahoma was able to pull it out in the fourth quarter, but I thought that was a really great game to watch. Unfortunately, John Mateer did sustain an injury. Can't remember exactly what that injury was, but I'm not sure if he's day to day or week to week, but hopefully he can kind of bounce back and lead his team in week 5. But I thought he played very well. He's got Oklahoma humming. I think that, they may inch into that top 10 next week for week 5. But shout out to Oklahoma. They are doing their big one. The other 3:30 game was 21 Michigan versus Nebraska. Bryce Underwood versus Dylan Raiola. And Michigan was able to pull out that win 30-27. I've played in that Nebraska stadium, very hard stadium to play in, whether it's during the day or at night. This was a 3:30 kickoff. Bryce Underwood played 12 for 22, 105 yards. The running back, Justice Hayes, went 17 carries for 150 yards, which is very telling. And, probably why they were able to win. Dylan Raiola has, still just been killing it in the past game, 30 for 41, 308 yards, 3 touchdowns. So definitely think he has a bright future. He's already kind of getting Patrick Mahomes comparisons, my homeboy. So definitely, it'd be interesting to see his maturation over his career at Nebraska. Who knows? He may only play one more year and declare for the draft next year after 3 seasons. So interested to see how Nebraska continues to play in the Big Ten, and obviously Michigan as well as they start to have some more difficult games. Interested to see how Bryce Underwood can continue to develop. Because they've been getting wins, but he's been playing, I would say, subpar. But he is only an 18-year-old freshman. So what can we expect? The two massive night games we had at 7:30 each was number 9 Illinois versus number 19 Indiana. Indiana, man, went to town on Illinois. Ended up winning. It was actually 35-10 at the half. Honestly, I did not even write down the final score. I think they ended up scoring 50 or 60 total. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza went 15 for 17 for 220 yards, 4 touchdowns in the first half. That was not the final game stats. That was the first half stats. So, man, shout out to Indiana. I thought that, they had a really good season last year, but they really didn't play anybody. And then, once they played better competition, they really didn't show up. So Illinois was a top 10 team, ranked number 9, and Indiana showed up and kicked their ass. So salute to them boys. Eager to see, interested to see where they jump, from 19, maybe to 15, maybe to 12 or 13. I haven't looked at their schedule, but not sure if they're playing Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State. So, those should be some good games. The other game that we had on the night docket was number 4 Miami versus unranked Florida. Miami ended up winning 26-7. Just, the Miami Florida clash is always a good game to watch. Florida, whether each team is ranked or unranked, they always come to play. Carson Beck went 17 for 30, 160 yards, no touchdowns, one interception. Thought they ran the ball well. But man, honestly, the player that really stood out to me was Miami defensive end Ruben Bain Jr. Looks like right now he's ranked as a number 8 overall player on the 2026 NFL draft. But from what I saw, just watching them, I played DN, played a little bit of outside linebacker. So those are typically the guys that I watch on defense. From what I saw, he had a motor. He had lean and bend, really able to dip his shoulder and come around that edge. I saw him do that once, or actually a few times. His get off is immaculate, whether his hand is in the dirt or he's standing up. I saw him redirect, his redirect to I saw him redirect on the screen, run the receiver down, make the play. And then lastly, I just his bull rush. I saw him stun the offensive line and able to work to that third real fast. Putting that hat right under his chin, stun the lineman, lock him out inside, and able to work to that third really fast and get around that corner, man. So him being the number 8 overall prospect really, makes a lot of sense. It was really also cool to see NFL Hall of Famer, Jason Taylor as the defensive line coach at Miami, and able to build those type of tools for Bane to ball and develop like that. And I saw their relationship and them high fiving each other, jumping in the air and all of that, just with the excitement. So any type of like really good D line play always sticks out to me, man. I'm a former D line guy, so that was really cool to see. And I'm gonna definitely keep an eye. I want to definitely keep an eye on Ruben Bain Jr. and just see how he continues to ball as Miami goes into ACC play. So, yeah, and for week 4, that is all we had on the docket. If you are watching this on LeBron Daniels TV on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Please turn your notifications on. If you're listening to this wherever you get your pods, please subscribe to my podcast, The After Effects Show. We will continue to interview current and former guests, where they're able to relive their journey and talk about the after effect of their careers and their transition into their next life or their next career. And this entire football season, we will have this segment where we just talk straight football, talk straight college football. I'll give you my opinions and you give me yours in the comments and you give me suggestions if you want to see the show go in a different direction and so on and so forth. And lastly, what was the after effect of week 4? What would I say? I would say somehow, some way, Michigan continues to find a way to win, even with the freshman quarterback Bryce Underwood not playing that well. I would say Texas Tech coming out and still getting that win, even though their quarterback went down with an injury. What else? I would say Oklahoma, same deal, right? They were able to get the win, but their quarterback has an injury, and we don't know when we'll see him again. And also, I would say obviously Indiana, absolutely clobbering Illinois. How far up are they going to jump in the rankings, and can they continue to play like that versus high level competition? So eager to see how those guys continue to mature as the season matures. So that's all I got for week 4. See y'all next week in week 5. Peace.